Anthony Hirsch here with Quality Shot Tennis. Good win today, Liam.
Thank you.
In 2 sets, it was a tough first set. It was a battle. Could have really gone either way there for a minute. Some great shot making from you. Some great lobs, I thought, throughout as well. Couldn't quite get the pass at 15-40 on that amazing rally, but you got the job done anyway.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy rally, huh? Yeah.
That would have been a good one. What were your keys to winning this one today?
I mean, I have a bunch of respect for Kenta, top college player, and yeah, I mean he's a really good athlete, and he's got an all court game. He can move forward. He has kind of all the shots, and he's such a good athlete, and he's very physical, and that match was over 2 hours, I think, and he wasn't getting tired at all. So, big respect to him. So, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing for me, like you just kind of you got to accept it that it's going to be a grind and it's going to be physical out there, and it's hot. So really, I just told myself to just really dig my teeth in, and really just grind every point hard, and expect the long rallies. They're going to come. He's such a good mover. So, I think I just had to embrace the grind.
Okay, yeah, that's great. And then you made some crucial, very good returns at 5-3 when Miyoshi was serving for the first set. Some good depth on him. Is the return of serve, I think, is a shot that's often overlooked and not practiced enough.
Yeah, very true.
How much time do you allocate to practicing that shot? And also, how much time do you practice chipping and blocking it versus, let's say, taking a real swing on it?
It's a great question, man. Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, I fall a victim of it too. I don't think I practice serves or returns enough. Yeah. Most of the practice for tennis players is just baseline. Yeah. People don't practice volleys enough either. You definitely need that toolbox to finish at the net. But yeah, I think I try to practice my aggressive returns more so than the block. I have some hands, and I think these ones are a little more simple, just blocking it like this. So yeah. I think, taking the cuts is where you need a little more practice so you can land some of those bigger returns a little more consistently.
Yeah, for sure. So you just played your first Grand Slam event, like I was talking with you in the last interview as well. What's your favorite slam tournament or the dream one for you to play? Is it Roland Garros or is it another one?
Man, that's a good question. I honestly, Wimbledon is special. It's so prestigious, but I don't really know if I have a favorite. I think it's just it's a good achievement to just play any. So yeah. I'm super blessed that the gifts God's given me to play this sport. So I'm just blessed, man. Yeah.
You're a player who loves doubles and plays very much on both singles and doubles. What skills from singles do you think translate well to the doubles square?
Like you said, the return. I mean, it's so important. Return. Yeah. It's a way harder return in doubles. Especially when you play double specialists. You're moving. They're everywhere on the net. Like you gotta, put the return in like this much of a window if you want it to get past the net guy, if they're playing the net really well. So I think it's great on the return, like you were saying earlier. I think that's what helps. Like, and you got to be early and you got to hit the right window, the right width. And I think it just quickens up your eyesight, your reflexes, everything. It helps.
Yeah, absolutely. And the challengers, I feel like, are an absolute battle. Sometimes any guy can kind of win and get through it. Can you give me a breakdown of your thoughts of the Challenger Tour and maybe something about it that somebody may not consider or think about?
I think I know that it's not the ATP Tour level. I definitely know that. But I think maybe the level between Challenger Tour and ATP Tour is smaller than people think. I would say that. And I think this is where your character gets built. You're playing these matches. It's hot today. You're battling. It's you're not playing really for that much ATP points. They lowered the points. It's tough, man, to make it off Challenger points. You gotta like win final to start going up now. When you're in the hundreds, it's brutal, man. It's tough. So I think it just builds character.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you. I've been to Atlanta, US Open, Atlanta Open, US Open. I'm going to Wimbledon. I don't think the level is that
Yeah.
much different between the two tours. So I would say that as well. And then also your thoughts on your next opponent now in Michael Zhang. You've never played in singles, but you did play a doubles match in an M15 a few years ago in 2021 where you partnered with Ben Shelton. What do you remember of that match, if anything? And also, how will you prepare for that one?
Really?
Yes. That's the, well, at least according to my research. I think you'd know probably better than me.
Who did he play with? Do you know?
I looked into it. I can look that up and tell you.
I think it was like Cooper Williams and someone
Yes,
maybe.
it was Cooper Williams. That was the
Okay,
name.
I didn't know it was Zhang.
Yes,
That's hilarious.
it
I
is
mean, I
Shang. Yeah,
used the age gap was so big back then.
that's
So I
right.
mean, but I knew those kids had
You
potential. But
played Ben too. I saw on a Rome Challenger, but
yeah,
there you played with him
yeah.
in doubles.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's he's a great player. I think he's number one in college, or did he win singles
He won
NCAAs?
singles. Yeah,
Yeah, that's great. Great accomplishment. Unbelievable accomplishment. So
yeah.
oof, I mean, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I'm excited to watch. And
Yeah.
then last question, this one that I always enjoy asking tennis players. So, can you define yourself as an athlete by ranking these things? Hating to lose, loving to win, loving to compete and just be out there. And also, I think honestly, as a tennis player, you get a little bit like not you. Players get a little bit annoyed sometimes being out there because tennis can be such a brutal sport. So I'll also include hating to compete sometimes. How would you rank those four things? Loving to win, hating to lose.
Hating to lose, number one. Loving to compete, number two. Hating to compete, number three. Loving to win, number four.
All right.
Once the point's over and you win the match, you're like, okay, I got it done. Like
Done, yeah.
next, like it's yeah.
But
I
it's
don't
that
know.
feeling about hating to lose that you
Yeah,
just it's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
one that you're trying
yeah,
to avoid.
yeah. Because you only win like in the last point, so
Yeah.
it's like. It's the whole competing process, and it's all the whole like refusing, down 5-2, like just keep fighting, So once it's over, I mean, it's like okay, I got it done,
Yeah, for
praise
sure.
God.
I love that question because listen, players give me different answers. Some people are like, "Hey, I love to win," and when I get it done, I'm just over it all day. So I love getting that. But hey, good luck in your next match. Man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.